Hello. So we are going to go down right now and plant the last of the little bit of plants that I had to kind of resurrect, and the few ones that were left over, some dahlias, etc. And we're going to do some fertilizing. You can see we got a bit of wind. It's a beautiful sky back here. Look at this, gorgeous. Everything is kind of just wondering why the wind switched from out of the north and now is out of the south. But we're gonna go get some fertilizer on things, and I think it'll be happy down there. All of this is happy because it's always got water like it needed to get. So yeah, come along let's go check it out. All right, so down at the flower farm, we are using some of Kenny Nursery's famous compost tea because it's amazing and we love it. We've been using it for years and it works great. We love the results. I'll set my beverage down here. In addition to that, we're gonna use some of this Aqua Power. It's a whole lot of liquid fish fertilizer, 511. I feel like I had another thing down here. Maybe that's all I have. So I guess that's what we're using today. Those two things, just to give a little perk to these guys. It's going to be interesting. We haven't done this kind of thing since, let me get out from underneath the trees here. Oh, mosquitoes. Oh no, they might be really bad. We've got a lot of, I'm not sure if you can see it coming down, but there's some snow from the cottonwood over yonder ridge. You can kind of see in that area there's a little bit of, excuse me, everything is going to itch because now I'm thinking about cottonwood. Blech. Anyway, yeah, it's snowing cottonwoods. The watering system did get turned on this morning. I went to a class on plant propagation this morning, so I turned it on my way out. Oh, I heard it powered up. So they're over on the pump turning it on now. And then I had Forrest turn it off later on. So I do have a little bit of planting to do. It's really not a ton. One trunk full, I guess you would say. Might be more than I think. I'm not sure because there is a lot of some of them. Anyway, Forrest was down when I got home working on clearing the ends of row 4, which is okay. Yeah. So I still have part of 3 to plant. So I think that's where everything's going today, is row 3. So while we're mixing up, the boys are going to bring down the big gallon cans that we used for watering before we got the watering system up. And we're just going to take, let me switch this around here real quick so you can see. This end cap here, you can take that off and we'll just use it to fill the bucket right here and then mix in our liquid fertilizers. And we're going to walk these rows. It will probably be the last time that we do that. I am going to take Brett Kinney's advice and go with their, I think it's called Bloom Instigator fertilizer for our next fertilization. So that's a granular one, so we'll just have to walk and sprinkle, which I think is going to be a ton easier than heaving these. But I had already bought this fertilizer, so I figured, well, let's use this for the first one since I have it, and then see where that takes us. So we're just gonna, I guess, get at it here as soon as they get back. So I'm gonna pause and then we'll see what we get up to then. I think I'll set up for planting over yonder there. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so the boys are over there brewing up our fertilizer mix while we are getting ready to plant these cuties. These are several of the seeds from the Florette's Bee's Choice. This has a few mixes and a few dahlias, so I'm going to put the dahlias here. Everything else is going somewhere else. But yeah, so I'm going to need to make sure I tag these because you remember when we did the original sprouting, we tagged them all. So I'm going to need to keep that real organized as I go along this little stretch right here, and we'll see how far they last. So let's get to it. All right, so I've got them in. These first ones are the Dawn Creeks. I'm going to come through and give them a good fertilizing water. See how they do with that. And then these guys are the individuals that are the Flour Mills ones. Some of them, there's all kinds of funny things. the tags got a little mixed up, which is happens. So there's like 3 of them at the end here. So I'm hoping when they bloom, I'll be able to figure it out. You know how it goes. Anyway, so that's that part. So I'm pretty much done with these guys. I did get some Hopi red dye in. I'm going to seed the rest of that, and then we'll have it down here forever as well. The boys started their fertilizing, so we're coming right along. We'll move on to the next thing here. Let's get it done. So the next thing I chose to plant here is this gallery. There's no like crazy root damage. I just kind of loosen it up a little bit and then give it a little tap down and then bring the actual ground native soil right up to it. Oh, there we go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Let's do another one here. Okay, I'm gonna move this stuff just a little to the side. I've already pre-dug all these holes with the power planter, and I'm just kind of pushing that in, flopped over a little bit. Well, kind of hard to do this with one hand. See if I can get the soil to, there you go, prop it up, and there you go. So I really like these. I think if I'm going to do much more of these, it's going to be at soil blocks like this because they seem to do really well. All right, let's get the rest of these plugged up and ready to go. All right, gentlemen, so what are you up to here?
Fertilizing.
Fertilizing, that's important. Good job.
According to him, it stinks.
That's true.
I have to specify it according to him.
Right, so we are doing this kind of the old-fashioned way here. I don't know, the whatever way this is. This is the last of the second bucket?
The manual method, yes.
And do you think that's going to get everything, or do you think you're going to need another one?
Well, we're not even going to finish this. I don't know if you're calling it second row or third and fourth row. So we finished both of those. We finished this west row, but I don't know how you've done on that east row. How have you done on that?
Oh, east row's done.
The whole east row?
That doesn't even like where the status and stuff is? What about the star flowers? No. I don't think they need it, honestly.
You did all those?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need to do that last row.
No, third and fourth, right?
Well, there's not much over there. There's just that star flower, and I'm gonna look it up. So I'm gonna guess it doesn't like to be fertilized.
Oh, okay.
But we'll check it out.
Yeah,
all right, well, good work. Guys, look at this beautiful sky. Could it be any more pretty right now?
We really shouldn't waste it.
This is a good day. We're definitely not wasting. Did I what?
I'm talking about that. Did you get everything on second west?
Okay, well, we don't need to listen to their chit chat on that, but just a little update on what they're doing while I'm planting. All right, I just wanted to show, look at all these cosmos growing. They're all along here. I'm so excited. So I'm coming back over to the gomphrena, which I sowed several days ago by seed. You can see the tag there, but I am going to add some actual plants mixed in here. That way I've got guarantees of plants that are already started and growing added with the seed. So, you know, because my brain's like, oh, nothing will come up, even though I know it will. But also I've got some, they were winter sown containers. It's just a few. It's not a ton. And then some that we soil blocked that there's just a few left in here that survived. So those are going to go in. And then I have this errant sunflower that I transplanted, which they normally don't do well, but it did okay. This is doing all right. That I'm going to stick over in my sunflower aisle, and then a random cosmo that I'm going to pop back into the cosmos. Besides that, I think the only thing left is these favorite berries yarrow, which I'll slip in with the other yarrows, and then that is all of the plants. That's it, you guys. I'm done with the plants, and now it's just going to be planting seeds for the rest of this whole row, 2 rows. So we'll see if I can see for that. I have a ton more zinnias, I have a ton more sunflowers, so I am gonna succession sow those. So that's gonna be happening. But in addition to that, I'm gonna get a few other things that I know I want to be down here. I've got the little daisies that I've been using in the subscription garden. I just love them. So I'm probably going to seed some of those and then transplant some of those. Then of course, you know, classics in our area like the Shasta daisy, because if you look way off in the distance that direction is where Shasta is. You can't see it from down here, but certain parts of our property you can see it, and then Mount Lassen you can see over there pretty clearly from, well, our bedroom and a lot of the rest of our property. Up here we're a little too close to this tree line that's by the road, but back there we have a lot more space. So all right, I'm gonna get these rest of these cute little cuties in the ground here, and we'll see what we get. Yep, they're here too. Look at those babies. Woo-wee! Oh my gosh. All the way down. Oh, wow. Look at this batch. Again, may have oversowed. Yeah, I'll go easier next time, I promise. But whoa, these are gonna look so cool because this is all sunflowers all the way. Both of these 2 rows. So hopefully we'll get that cool sunflower photo look. Hi, that's me. Anyway, I was gonna plug in that errant one that I got from the subscription garden just in here, and we'll see how it does compared to the ones that were sewed in place. So we'll have to take a look. Maybe we'll put it here so that we know exactly where it is. It's gonna be right at this end cap by Wonky Tree, the northernmost Wonky Tree of row 2, side A. So let's get it in there. Okay, I gotta laugh a little bit because I went to go dig this hole and the battery on the thing died. So that's okay. I've got a hand trowel. We're just gonna trowel this little bad boy in here, just right in this natural soil. Come here, little guy. Is it gonna pop right out? Looks like it's gonna pop right out of there. Oh, didn't even have to wrestle it. Isn't that nice? Dump that old soil in there with it, and then get it nice and upright. The natural stuff. We will see how this bad boy does. Okay. Nice and packed. Tap, tap, tap. All right, so this is transplant versus direct sow. Let's see how it ends up, all right? Okay, again, we've got transplants here. I'm gonna put these are a little bit different. You can see the texture on the leaves it's ferny, but it's a different ferny than these ones. So this is the ones, we've got these all, God, look at the zinnias. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. I might just put these 2 right here at the end and see how they fare. I know that they're not gonna produce a ton this year. The yarrow last year didn't really do super great. So I'm gonna plant just right here. It's not a very deep root base. That looks like there's like 3 or 4 little babes in this one. Ooh, is it gonna pop out? Hold on a second. Okay, it took 2 hands for that, but there, both of them are in there. Got everything is tucked in and ready to go, and they're gonna just kind of chill underneath where these zinnias are, and then these zinnias will be make their debut, be beautiful, amazing, and productive, and make thousands and thousands and thousands of blooms. And then once they are done, these yarrows will have their heyday next year. So that's kind of how I've tried to plant most everything out here, is thinking about having that perennial underlayment or underplanting, excuse me, then with the annuals on top. So it is looking pretty good. The boys have gotten all of this fertilized and all of this row, and they started on that 3rd row there. So they backed it up and they're working. You see they're way at the other side there, working the last little bits of row 3. So that means I need to go home and I need to place some orders for some stuff that I can get in now. I'm gonna try to, I think, focus on things that are gonna be perennial, that are gonna be, I can plant now and then they will continue to grow. I think that's gonna be a big basis for this. We need to have that perennial base, or we'll be just crazy tired all the time, overworking. I need to not raise as many babies, and I raised lots, and I'm starting to think, and I was discussing this today with some fellow plant friends about, in the past, having spent all this time growing these from seed inside, and then finding that they're the same size as the ones I've transplanted. So it's going to be a constant effort out here until these are a bit bigger enough that we can put some bark underneath. We're just kind of waiting on everything to do its thing. Oh my gosh, is that a whole cluster of sunflowers? It is. Wow. Oh yeah, they're going to be doing their thing. That's for sure. I might have to see if some of those will pop out and transfer before they're too crazy. They don't like that much, but we'll give it a try. Okay, I gotta do just a quick little, so this is before we fertilized. This is what they're looking like today. They're pretty happy. They're doing good. Everybody's got their growth on. These guys, surprisingly, even on the outer edges, are looking pretty good. There's a few that, a little sad, but looking good. Even all the way down through there. And then you can see they're a little tiny, but these are the zinnias that I planted out, that I raised from seed. And some of these were actually starting to bud, so I pinched their apical meristem, or the very tippy top, pinched them off so they could grow bigger. And then I wanted to show these because I feel like these capiosa have really taken off. Like those are looking fat and healthy. Those are happy. All the way down there. So that's exciting. I just wanted to give I wanted to document that because I feel like, oh, I'm going to take this watering can back with us because we don't need it here. Anyway, I need to document that so that when things are later on, we can be like, oh my gosh, look at the difference. That's my hope. All right, documented. All right, gentlemen, are you ready?
Sure.
You're going to tell us the grand total of plants that we planted out here.
1,821.
Wow. 821.
Nicely done.
Yes.
We did that, you guys.
We did that. We planted plants.
I can't wait to count the zinnias and sunflowers that I direct sowed that are coming up by the millions.
Yeah. It looked like when I was watering the sunflower row down there,
yeah,
fertilizing it, it looked like I'd been walking down that road just like spitting sunflower seed shells.
Isn't it? It's like, yeah.
So many.
Fox, you okay? Uh-oh.
Yeah, a little under the weather today.
Uh-oh. Well, I bet that fertilizer helps, huh?
I can't smell it. So
oh, that's good. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you.
So thanks for joining us down here while we get the last of the plants in. I can't tell you how much of a relief it is because this has been a crazy season trying to scramble and get all of this done and in the ground and raising them all. Definitely learned a ton. I'm going to do things a lot different next year, and they'll be different because we already have things in the ground. So that's why I'll focus on perennial. I can't even say that. You say that 3 times fast. Anyway, I tried. I failed. You might be more successful. So I'm going to go help the boys out with their watering because I can smell it from here, that fertilizer. It's stinky. They probably want a little assistance. So I'm going to go get over there and get our fertilizing done for the day, and we will see you very soon. Watch us grow.